Hey, you guys, the day that I got out of prison was 15 years ago, and they ran me through the process very early in the morning. You wake up, the first thing that I did was I already had my stuff packed and ready to go to hand out to everybody else because I didn't want to take anything with me to the streets. I wanted to leave that for people who were stuck in there and had very little resources. I went down, they did the whole process. They have to do your fingerprints, all of that. They have to verify that it's you, that they're actually letting go so they don't let the wrong person go. And on my way out the door, there was a correctional officer there who didn't like me, and I very much didn't like him. And it was no secret. And he told me, "Delay, you're going to be back. We're going to leave a bed open for you. You're not going to make it on the streets. You don't have it in you." And I was angry at first, but I used that as motivation to try to make sure that I didn't go back to prison. He was banking on the idea that I would go back. And for the last 15 years, I have definitely gotten arrested a multitude of times. And gone to jail, absolutely. Done house arrest, definitely. I narrowly escaped going back to prison. I'm going to be real honest about this. I deserved to go to prison with all the stuff that I got caught doing, especially in the state of Florida. All those charges was absolutely insane, and I got grace and mercy beyond what I deserved. This Friday, I'm going back to prison here in the state of Oregon, and it'll be my first time going back into prison in the state of Oregon since I got out 15 years ago. I have gone into prisons all across the country to be able to talk to men while they're at their lowest point. And I finally have clearance to be able to go into prison in the state of Oregon. It took me 3 separate attempts to get the clearance. I had to apply multiple times. There's no other state that's made me apply. In fact, multiple other states let me walk in with my cell phone, with Monster energy drinks, with my vape. They let me bring in backpacks to some of these prisons. I've been welcomed. Turns out the state that I did my time in is the only state that had these crazy requirements, and twice they shot me down. They were like, absolutely not. And do I understand why? Yes. I was involved with a prison gang that is based out of here in Oregon. I have a security threat group jacket here in the state of Oregon. So of course, they're probably going to have extra concerns that I might be a security risk. That's valid. But I was able to get, on my 3rd try, clearance to go back in and to be able to talk to some of these men while they're going through what could either be the most detrimental period of their life or something that becomes a turning point, something that changes their trajectory. And I get the opportunity to try to give them a perspective from somebody who's actually been there. They're sending me to Oregon State Penitentiary. It's the only maximum security prison in the state. It's the first prison that was ever built in this state. And this thing is an old castle-esque, like exactly what you imagine when you think of a penitentiary. Have you seen Shawshank Redemption? 'Cause that's what this thing looks like, man. 50-foot cement walls with gun towers and guards in those gun towers pointing guns at you when you're out walking the yard. Lots of razor wire. The old doors that are made out of bars that they don't make that style of prison anymore. It's the real deal. I was there for 2 years. It was honestly my favorite place that I did time out of all of the prisons that I went to in the state of Oregon. I went to 7. Oregon State Penitentiary was definitely my favorite because they left you alone, because it was full of gang members and lifers. And they knew that if correctional officers messed with these dudes, they were more than likely going to get beat up or stabbed. Most people in this place don't have anything to lose. You know, my buddy Jelly Roll has been in there twice to speak to those men, to play some music for them, to hug them, to love on them, to try to give them a picture of hope. And now I get to do that too. And it's something that's fundamentally of substance to me, that I've come so full circle that they're going to allow me to go back into this place where I spent years of my life that were some of the craziest years of my life. I have a lot of stories. There's people there that are doing life sentences that I absolutely know. I walk the track with them daily, talked with them. I have friends there that are never going to get out. And I get to go in there on good terms, with good intentions, knowing that at the end of the day, I'm lucky enough to be able to walk back out those doors. And this is just something that means so much to me. I know this probably isn't the most exciting video. It's just me talking about this experience and how blessed I feel to be able to go into prison. You know, most people don't ever want to go into a prison. It doesn't sound like a good time to most people, but to me, I feel like I've been given a second chance in life that I really didn't fully earn. Like, I was given grace and mercy. It's a blessing. And every blessing, in my opinion, comes with the responsibility to live up to that blessing and to give back. And this is genuinely my favorite way to give back, whether it's going into a prison, a county jail, a treatment center. When I was with Jelly Roll, we went into a kid's cancer ward. Anytime that I get the opportunity to try to share a little bit of hope and light and love, compassion with people, that's really what feeds my heart. That's why I went in to work in recovery. You know, I'm a recovery coach, a peer support recovery specialist, a smart recovery facilitator. I've worked at multiple treatment centers. None of that shit pays good, homie. Like, monetarily, it takes a bite out of your bank because you could be anywhere doing anything and making more. But what you do get paid spiritually, emotionally, mentally, when you see somebody win, it's so much more than I can describe. It's like the best high. The problem is you see a whole lot of losses. You see a whole lot of people go back out on the streets and relapse. A lot of those people never make it back to recovery. A lot of those people end up overdosing and dying. You see a lot of people who end up with health issues that just catch up to them because when they were out there on the streets doing what they were doing, they weren't going to see a doctor. So when they finally go to a doctor, the doctor's like, oh shit, man, you have Hep C and your guts are rotten on the inside. And the drugs are the only thing that have been propping you up. And now you're probably not going to live much longer. I have so many people that I have lost since I started working in recovery. My contacts list is like a damn graveyard, man. But this is a win for me. This is something that I'm deeply passionate about. And this is something that I'm entirely grateful for. And I feel so blessed to be able to be doing this. So I wanted to come on here and I just wanted to share this from my heart. I know this video isn't going to do good. Nobody's really going to give a shit. This is totally self-aggrandizing. It's about something that matters to me. But I wanted to share it with you guys because I truly believe that if you're having any sorts of issues with your mental health, with your recovery, with your spirituality, I genuinely believe that the answer is to be of service to other people. It gives me so much. It feeds me and it fills me so much to be able to do things for people outside of myself with zero expectation of things like getting any sort of clout from it or getting anything in return for it. Just doing something for somebody else just because it's the right thing to do is its own reward, homie. And it's not even an entirely altruistic act because it makes you feel so fucking good, man. So I encourage you, if you're struggling with anything, I know it seems like when you're struggling, it's like, man, how am I going to take time out of what I'm doing for me when I'm already not doing okay? But I promise you, the answer is to be more selfless. The answer is to be less self-absorbed. The answer is to realize how small and infinitesimal you are in this infinite universe by doing something for somebody else, and it will relieve you of that affliction that you're feeling, and it will bring light into your life. I love you guys. If you've made it this far into this video, I genuinely appreciate you. And until the next one, it's always one love. Be good or be good at it.